So
Yeah,
that's
true.
like that's half of the ball game right there for Jakal. The other half is figuring out what it is that Sinji just does to play around. Because at the end of the day, Sinji is still human, so he does have a lot of flaws in his
No,
gameplay.
I don't
But
believe that.
what are you trying to say?
You're lying. Oh my god, no. That setup was almost crazy with the Gallagher Knight. Did you see what he was going for right there?
Yeah, that's all.
He tried to combo him into it with the retreating down air. You psycho. Oh my goodness. This is Sinji, ladies and gentlemen, for all you watching the VOD. One of the greatest Pac-Man players to ever do it. Going up against Jakal on the loser side of things here in this grand finals of DNA. Week 7 of Season 11. Definitely get your Slurpees ready, because this is probably going to be a long one. We got a Pac-Man on screen right now going up against a character that can actually contest him.
Yeah, it's only going to be as long as Jakal allows it to. You know, just has to continuously apply that pressure onto Pac-Man if he really wants to find a way to win. But what the heck did I just win? The angling of the hydrant.
And he still died for it! My word. I mean, you saw him, like, immediately trying to instill some fear into the heart of Sinji. He's like, you got this hydrant? Reflected. You got this bell? Reflected. It didn't matter.
How did Sinji just know, though? Like, it just kind of, like, flew at him. And he was like, okay, yeah.
Honestly, dude, I think Sinji might have just, like, really thrown that and hoped for the best and got the best, frankly. And the fact that he dropped shoot literally, like, within, like, the last couple of frames of it to get hit by that bell. Crazy stuff coming out here.
Regardless, Sinji looking really solid, but as I say that, the up smash does come out to play, and Jakal bring this back to an even game. Only 5% had been done to Jakal since losing that stock, but now Sinji opted to go a little bit more aggressive right there instead of just trying to get a fruit set up there. I mean, the Galaxian is there, but yeah, not getting anything out of it.
I already like what I'm seeing from Jakal this time around compared to their winner's final set. He is using the reflector more. And I like that. Not even as, like, a way, like, for him to really get a big punish, but just as more of a way to just try to shut down Pac-Man's options. It's part of the reason that I feel like a character like Mario, you know, I don't think he, you know, beats Pac-Man, but at least is one of those characters, like you mentioned, like Wolf, that stands a fighting chance against him, just because he has, like, some tools, like a reflector, that can deal with sort of countering Pac-Man's win conditions in the bonus fruit and the hydrant. Wolf can do that, too. It's like, use the reflector, you don't have to get any big punish off of it, but it'll at least shut down Pac-Man's neutral for a minute and give you a little bit of breathing room.
Oh my god, and that could have been the punish right there for Sinji, not opting to just follow with Jakal there. But yeah, you know what, still tacking on the damage, 99% already tacked on, as Jakal does reflect the hydrant, but not going to get anything out of it. Once again, Sinji just playing his game, just utilizing the hydrant as a trap tool or as a setup tool so he can just continuously pull out more fruits.
There you go, pulling out some fruits right in the face of him right there. The hydrant bouncing in front, creating a no-fly zone for Jakal. Why the Charlie Brown did not come out. We're going to get one right there, though. Try to force Pac-Man back into disadvantage, and he does. Actually jumping ahead right there because he expected him to bait out the hydrant, but he didn't. Very good stuff to Jakal. Recognizing that situation and then just hanging back with that back air right there. Chasing Sinji and doing what Jakal does best and just keeping his opponents in disadvantage as much as they can, no matter the situation.
And I like the usage of the bell right there. Finally capitalizing the way he needed to. Jakal looking really solid in this game one, already 41% tacked on. This is just the start. This is exactly how you build up momentum. This is exactly how you start figuring out what it is that your opponent does and what it is that they seem to, as the Apple, just take the stock. But yeah, one thing that Jakal's just doing better is starting to really exploit the flaws that Sinji has in his gameplay.
Yeah, slowly but surely, you know, and now he's not doing anything, just boarding these platforms, waiting for his chance to hold shield on them, and just waiting for Sinji to sort of whiff that Galago right there, and he does. Not eating 60 damage for no reason is Jakal right now. Going to throw a couple pot shot lasers out here. Sinji, knowing he plays this character, man, he knows he didn't have to move there at all to avoid the hydrant, and recognized it as the perfect situation to charge his bonus fruit, which you got to clap it up to Sinji right there. Where even in situations like that, that's a really, really big thing right there. You know what I mean? So many Pac-Man players, when the hydrant is turned against them, don't know how, like, they can dish it, but they don't know how to take it, right? So they sort of just, oh my goodness, hang back and let them sort of do their thing instead, but Sinji gonna take it.
I was holding my mouth the whole time because I just did not know what was going to happen. But what I did know was that Jakal did not have a jump when in the middle of those fair strings. So that was the first part. The second part was Sinji going to be able to tech that up B, which he did, paid off. I mean, once again, Sinji kind of stealing the game away from Jakal in this instant. And yeah, that's kind of what Pac-Man does. If he's not trapping you or getting you with setup plays, he's just going to hit you with a fair string and pray that you utilize your jump. In this case, Jakal did, and he got the game taken away from him.
And again, another situation where I am just watching this Pac-Man know exactly what he needs to do in order to get that win condition in the bonus fruit. It shouldn't go without explaining. Pac-Man players, you need to know what the best spots to charge your bonus fruit are, because without that move, you are not that good of a character. And Sinji knows that to a T right there. And the reason I'm saying this is because, like, there are a lot of situations like this where the pot shots of the Transcendent Laser come out in the hydrant in the corner. Jakal's doing that to try to reverse the situation for Sinji, right? But Sinji knows exactly where he needs to stand because he knows the angle that the hydrant goes at, to the point of where it's going to bounce above him. So he knows what situations he can just sort of stand still in despite the hydrant coming in at him, where he'll be able to charge it and have it bounce above his head. You know how many Pac-Man players would just shield there out of fear? Mm-hmm. Almost all of the other ones. But Sinji doesn't, because he knows his character so well that he knows every little minor teeny situation where he can charge that bonus fruit and get his win condition.
Yeah, just so you know, Tunis, I don't know if you've been keeping up with
what's up?
Any other offline things. The Pac-Man tribe is growing. You know how many Pac-Man I saw at Fusion Kingdom the other day?
How many?
4.
That's too many.
Yep, that's one too many. And you know who beat him? Who beat all of them?
Syrup?
Skips.
Oh, Skips.
Hilariously, he had 3 Pac-Man actually in his bracket, and he put 1 in losers and eliminated the other 2. And I just found that so hilarious.
K-Rool tanking that damage, my friend. Wish he could have been at this tournament to see how he would have fared against Sinji and Jakal, but unfortunately he wasn't. Yeah, instead we got these 2 high-level players against each other instead. You know how it is.
Yeah, what I wanted to say with that, though, is that the Pac-Man Nation is growing, and as much as we may love it or hate it, it's happening. And Sinji is, I guess you could say, the head of the Pac-Man tribe, because he's just that. He's just ahead. He's just ahead. You can say he's. I don't know what you want. I mean,
excuse me, Wolf. You're lasering my body, which is also my face.
Oh, here we are. I mean, this is a point in time. This is as far as we've gotten into Smash.
That's where we're starting to lose it right here, man. You can only watch like so much of these types of sets. But Jakal, this is why these guys are top players and we're not, Gabe. You know what I mean? You see Jakal in the face of danger right here, shooting these pot shots. Got the hydrant out there once again. Can I get a second one? No. Now what I'm seeing from Sinji is that instead of just standing there and waiting for Jakal to fire 2 pot shots to get the laser to bounce at that angle above him so he could get the bonus fruit, now I'm seeing. See, he did it again. Right there, he did it again. He is waiting for Jakal to shoot the laser once, and then he's throwing the Galaga ship behind at the hydrant, so we can have 2 projectiles at it at once, without him being the one who has to hit the hydrant to even get that damage in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Such a smart player.
I like the utilization of the hydrant right there, almost calling out Jakal's Wolf Flash recovery right there. I mean, yeah, what you're noticing a little bit more coming in from Jakal specifically is he's just not scared anymore. He's not allowing Sinji to get the setups he wants, and you mentioned it from the game prior. He's utilizing that reflector a lot more too, so it does pay off a lot, because it just kind of like, it reminds Sinji, like, okay, I gotta be a little bit more cautious when I throw out my projectiles, or even when I throw out the hydrant, because stuff like that will happen, and it will come in handy for Jakal and put me in a bad disadvantage state. And now at 77%, Jakal looking really solid, as that forward smash is not enough to kill. But even then, at the corner, Sinji has him right where he wants him, catching him, slipping once again. Just a frame perfect, catching that reflector.
It's the second time in this set he's been caught by that exact setup, standing on the corner of the platform with that reflector, and getting hit by the bell regardless. But oh my god, that kick right to the eyes of Pac-Man. We got Jakal taking a game just like he did in that winner's final set here, but now he's taking that game a lot earlier, Gabe. We might potentially see ourselves a bracket reset if it keeps going this way. You see the protagonist at the left nodding to himself right there, scratching the little bit of facial hair that he has on his face through his mask, picking Wolf on the character select screen once again. I am Jude Harris. Hear me roar.
I don't know if Jude would ever say something like that, but if he did, that'll catch me off guard, man.
Hear me howl. Because he
okay, that's more reasonable.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, but either way, good stuff right there to Jakal taking that second game over Sinji and putting his name on the board. I mean, he was able to do that in winners finals, but it took him 3 games to do so. This time it only took him 2. So it says a lot about what we could be potentially seeing for the rest of this grand finals, potentially even a reset.
Indeed, my friend. Ooh, beautiful up tilt by Sinji right there. Catching him with that anti-air with a weak hit, trying to get another hit. Jakal, though, he plays Wolf, a character with amazing airspeed and pretty good mash out of disadvantage as well, especially with that neutral air that beats so many other moves in this game. So definitely not going to be able to do something against Pac-Man's, or definitely is going to be able to do something against Pac-Man's kind of dinky bread and butter combo game when it comes to like the stuff that he has without like his bonus fruit. He's got fair to fair to fair to fair to fair. He's got all that, but when it comes to his vertical ones, you got to be at some pretty specific percents for those to, work.
Yeah, and still surviving is Sinji, just barely living out at 136%. Survivability is going to be the name of the game, but still, I mean, yeah, you gotta really clap it up for Jakal, just really finding his footing now. Even when it seemed like he was struggling, as the dash attack is not only going to kick the hydrant away, but it's going to kick Pac-Man to the other side.
Oh my lord. Okay, that was like, see, I keep calling that move the Charlie Brown, but that was actually like the Charlie Brown teenage years right there. Because my man waited. He waited till the exact moment until after Lucy decided to pull the football back to let that kick just rip. So now he actually got the football, even though like that's what Sinji was trying to bait in the first place. Brilliant stuff on the part of Jakal right there. Reminiscing our favorite 60s cartoons.
Yeah, what a time to be alive, right?
What a time to be alive, huh?
Well, here we go. 55% already tacked on. Jakal looking really solid in this game 3, and he shows no signs of stopping whatsoever. The tech is going to save Sinji from taking a little bit more, but even then, Jakal just seems to be just calling out Sinji every single time now.
Ooh, I like that. He kind of used the apple right there as like a bit of a shine as the apple right there is going to take the stock. You see how Jakal just sort of threw that down while he was standing stationary on the ground? Just getting an active hitbox right below his feet right there because he knew that Sinji was going to approach. Very smart stuff on his part right there. And now you see him in the lead once again. Sinji being the one fighting from behind. Getting him right towards the corner right here. You see him looking for those forward airs by the ledge. You know what he wants, man. You know what he wants. He's looking for those fair strings to like sort of be the great turnaround factor for him. Jakal not giving it to him at this late stage in the game.
Yeah, and even if you don't use it off stage, if you're not using those fairs off stage, you can definitely just use them on stage and force your opponent to be in a tech situation. And sometimes maybe from a high level play it's different, but sometimes those fairs are just not reactable, and you just kind of like you got to take the damage as it goes, because it's just kind of like you miss your tech, because sometimes at an early percent you just fall and you're not ready for the tech situation. And yeah, Pac-Mans tend to capitalize on that, but at this percent, mid percent, almost high percent, yeah, this point is just kind of like I gotta just hit him and just follow up wherever he goes. But now, Sinji looking really good. Just applying a lot of pressure, putting Jakal in the corner. But as I say that, all it takes is 2 fairs to just bring Jakal back into neutral.
A neutral indeed, my friend. You're the neutral. You are the wolf in the lead. You have a transcendent projectile in that laser, my friend. When you're the one who doesn't have to approach, the plethora of options becomes that much more. But there aren't too many options when you're over 100 below the ledge without a jump against Sinji. And all of a sudden, the game is immediately back to even because of one Gallagher combo. Pac-Man, despite being the sort of turtling character that he is, can turn around a game like that.
Pac-Man may be one of the most friendliest. Probably has one of the more. Oh no, he had a jump. Beautiful usage right there to the bait. I would like to say that was bait because it was just kind of like, okay, Sinji's just gonna follow up and just try to punish me. But if I jump at the right time, he won't be able to get anything off of it, and I will probably take control of the stage as I am right now. But at 105 to 80%, this is almost anybody's game, and all it takes is one interaction. The bell is on lock right now for Sinji, but is he going to be able to find the opening by playing a little bit of mind games?
Oh my god, the fear. Oh my lord, the fear. He's just hanging onto these platforms like he's playing against a damn Luigi and he just respawned a fresh stock. Oh, look at this man go. You know what Sinji wants. Look at that smug look on his face. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You already know. You already know. There you go. The bell. Patient as a saint is Sinji right there. Dash dancing around, threatening with all that space. Putting the fear of God into Jakal right now, into this wolf. And as a result, going up a game, despite being pretty much behind throughout pretty much like the entire first half of that game, Gabe. Wow.
It hurts because Jakal was playing it right, but all it takes is just one little location, and he was at the wrong location at the wrong time for Sinji to capitalize, and all it took was just the swing of the bell into that forward smash. And yeah, that is why Sinji is up once again. Another game, 2-1 deficit for Jakal, but now just playing it cool, just throwing out the blaster. So I don't gotta approach you, man. If you want to play this kind of game, I can do that with you.
Honestly, man, I mean, you not only have like a reflector that you can immediately use rising from the ledge to reflect Sinji's ledge traps, you also have a transcendent projectile. It's pretty good. You know, a move that you can't hit through, that you can't really clank with any other projectiles. That's kind of huge. Like, especially against a character like Pac-Man, who, like, you know, is frankly nothing without his projectiles. That's kind of huge that, you know, Wolf has one that he doesn't even really need to worry about necessarily trading with any of the other ones, on top of having that reflector that you see before. In theory, Wolf has pretty much all the tools to beat a character like Pac-Man, but Pac-Man players can just have the patience, the wit, and the know-how to know when to whip out this character's tools at the right spots. And that alone can make Pac-Man just such a headache to deal with.
Yeah, well, both players just sitting at even percent as the Pac-Man is one off stage right now in a bad predicament, but all it takes is one fair to just bring your neutral back, and a beautiful reaction from both Jakal and Sinji, not allowing the bell to do any wonders for either of them in that scenario. Good stuff right there, but still, Jakal just allowing the hydrant to be a factor, and Sinji calling it out at the right place and the right time. And now he charged up the bell again. Could be seeing that could become an option again.
Hydrant is so good, man. He throws that down, and even though he doesn't use it immediately to get that damage, it secures that wall for him to be able to get his bonus fruit. And then watch. He went for it again right there, but it didn't work because it was a little bit late. But he was once again waiting for Jakal to just throw one pot shot of the laser out at the hydrant, and then he was going to use the bonus fruit to launch the hydrant while getting the bonus fruit out as extra space covering and extra damage, just to create another extra little no-fly zone for him there, as that up air is going to take the stock. Sometimes Sinji will throw out that hydrant, and he will get the bonus fruit, wait until the last second, and then kick it back. He waits for you to, like, sort of forget that it exists for a moment, or at the very least, like, forget that it's a threat. Sinji capitalizes on a lack of patience, my friend. He really does.
Yeah, well, patience is probably going to be a virtue in this game, because right now, 58% already backed on in Sinji's second stock, and yet to seal this first stock on Jakal. Jakal's patience has been what's been keeping him going for this long, but the hydrant barely not going to be enough. But the F-tilt, angle it down, yes sir, it's going to be enough.
They're not a Pac-Man player alive who forgets about that move, except for, you know, probably like 80% of them. Sinji, of course, utilizing it better than just about pretty much all of them at this point, catching him right as he rises up from the ledge. The one quick normal that Pac-Man has kind of makes you forget that he has him sometimes, but he definitely does. That's one of the things about Smash Bros. Ultimate. We got zoners with insane frame data out here, ladies and gentlemen, and Pac-Man is sort of... He's one of the, like, the scapegoats, the pinnacle of that, if you would. You know, he's probably one of the most complained about characters in this game for that reason alone. You know, shoutouts to Glintendo. But now we got Sinji out here just trying his hardest to make a comeback once again so he doesn't have to play, potentially play another set with Jakal right here. We saw him do that same comeback last game. I believe it can happen again.
Oh yeah, 100%. But when you just throw out your projectiles like that, whether it's the Galaga or the Hydrant, and Jakal just decides to press the shield button, the reflector button, yeah. It's not going to look too pretty on you. Might even take your stock, just like it did right there. And 52 tacked on already. You may see the percentages are the same, but the stocks are definitely not the same, as Jakal is just taking full control of this game 4.
Throw, toss him off. Are we going to get a down smash? But no, we're getting a forward smash, but he was able to narrowly shield it up in time. Jakal holding it for just a couple of frames too long for Sinji to be able to get that shield up and going. Rising there once again, turning it around, waiting for the bell turnaround. Bell's not coming down this time around. It doesn't work like that way off the reflector, but the relentless pressure of Sinji right now all over this Wolf with his normals, getting that orange out again, covering the space, trying to get the snipe off the level right there to finally close out the stock. Nothing doing, though. This is definitely looking like Sinji's game to lose right here. Charlie Brown not going to do it off the top, Gabe. Trading F-tilts right there. Claws to the boots. Looking at that going. 2 minutes left on the clock.
But now the bell is on lock, and even though...
In the face!
5 fingers to the face.
In the face!
Bro, I'm pretty sure he threw out an attack and immediately pressed the reflector button because he saw the bell on deck right there for Sinji, and just instantly got punished for it is Sinji. And now we are here in a game 5. We could be seeing a potential grand finals reset, but the only way that'll happen is if Jakal has finally downloaded his opponent enough to take at least one more game, or Sinji could just play the laid back Pac-Man playstyle that he's been known to do for a long time and just run away with this game.
Double brackets, my friend. This is what we do. You got to make up for that set that you lost. Sinji versus Jakal out here. Potentially the final game of this particular DNA Week 7. My mistake. Week 7 of Season 11. I got that right the first time. Out here, flipping it. Pokemon Stadium 2 once again. No counter picks on deck. I swear to God, this is literally the only stage that we've commentated tonight. Or I have, at least.
Yeah. No. That is a mutual statement right there.
Wow.
We only get to see one of 2 stages maybe, and if it's not this stage, it would have probably been Town and City, but I'm pretty sure Jakal banned that stage. It would have been a smart thing to do at least. So running it back to a stage like PS2, I don't blame him. I wonder how it is in other regions, because I know they don't always play in PS2, but.
Well, we got that Woohoo Omega stage for Final Destination over at Riptide.
It's actually Delfino.
Oh, I thought it was Woohoo.
No, I think I'm pretty sure it's Delfino now. It fits the theme better, so I don't blame them.
They both do. So, but whatever. Discussions for a couple of weeks from now. We still got both of these players hanging here, back here in hometown in New Jersey instead, North Bergen with DNA. Charlie Brown not going to do it off the top right there, barely not killing.
Oh my god, I thought he got it there. But 155%. This is kill percent if you're Sinji, but if you're also Sinji, you also have really good DI. So 174%. Pac-Man should not be living this long. But I like the option right there from Jakal to just wait. He wasn't going to shoot the Hydrant again because he wanted to wait for the get-up option from Sinji. Even though Sinji was quick to react, the patience being displayed from Jakal just shows a lot of what we could be seeing, as the dash attack is enough. Only 68% tacked on Jakal's first stock. And let's see. Jakal's clearly has been able to get a lot of damage being racked up, whether it's from combos or whether it's just from the pressure. So I don't see that stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, and I gotta say, the way he died right there, that was a very, very rough spot for Sinji to be in. Shielding with Wolf at around 177% with that food up in the air. His only real choice was to try to use a Rising Nair to get him off him right there, and he didn't decide to cross him up with it because he probably expected a back air. Yet at the same time, you're at 177 against Wolf. You do that in front of him, you're going to get dash attacks for it any day of the week, my friend. And now you have Jakal with a 3-1 lead because of it. The way he's playing right now, Gabe, it is looking like we might be headed for a bracket reset.
You see the determination in Jakal's face. He definitely wants that reset to happen. And whether it means he has to lose a stock or just take this final stock and win in three stock fashion, I mean, who cares? He definitely just wants to add on the board that he is able to take a set win over Sinji, and what a way to do so. This is the right time to do it, and grand final state of things. This is where you want to make it happen, and right now in a grand finals reset scenario, yeah, this is anybody's game, but the tech coming in clutch, and it's gonna punish Sinji, but still gonna live it out at 82% though, and still with 2 stocks to work around. Jakal should not be worried whatsoever.
This is definitely his game to lose at this point. Pac-Man, we've seen him do some crazy comebacks before. I'm not sure if I've seen him mount something like this, though, which is going to be pretty wild if he's able to do that. Teching away, 25%. Hydrant is still out there. You see Sinji actually try to throw one down twice, nothing doing. And you see Jakal actually not going in, recognizing that that was actually a bait. He was probably going to get grabbed or nared out of shield for it or something like that. He definitely did not want to be put into a no-tech situation. That's where Pac-Man gets a lot of extra damage from as well. F-tilt not going to do it right there. You see Wolf just fishing and finally getting that up smash. Jakal taking that set over Sinji, and now we got ourselves a bracket reset coming up for you guys right here. You wanted more Pac-Man versus Wolf? Oh, no? Oh, well, that sucks because you're going to get more of that.
I was just kind of hungry, bro. I just want to eat. But you know what?
I'm just mad how the date in the bottom left corner is wrong. That's the only thing I'm upset about. Immortalized.
It's out of our hands, man.
I just felt like I needed to point that out once for the sole reason that somebody is going to be talking about this set in the future, and they're going to get confused and say that it was on August 19th. And frankly, I don't want to lose that argument. I'm like the CIA, bro. I'm very big picture. I'm thinking ahead. Well, speaking of thinking ahead, we got Sinji out here. Definitely the kind of player who needs to think ahead to make his character function in the way that he does. Bracket reset, ladies and gentlemen. True finals. Sinji versus Jakal. Once again, Jakal, he is tired of losing to this Pac-Man. He's out the gate. 86. I don't blame him, man.
I do not blame him whatsoever. The trigger factor that it must be to always feel like you've come up short against a player like a Sinji who just is just really good at playing the patient game. Just really testing your patience and probably decreasing a little bit of your life right there.
Yeah. A little bit of stamina to go this many games against a Pac-Man as talented as Sinji.
Yeah, the fatigue is already being shown, but Jakal just persevering and bring this to a true finals. Yeah, right now, right off the bat, Jakal looking really solid. Just maintaining the momentum that he did from that Game 5, especially because in Game 5, he just erupted and played out of his mind. And just keeping that momentum going.
Dude, I want to talk about the adaptation of him right here. Because not only are we seeing... Wow, back airing right through the hydrant right there. Crazy stuff. We are not only seeing Jakal utilize that reflector way more, we are seeing that. He beat me to it. We are seeing Jakal actually start to beat out Sinji in a lot of scrap situations. Tell me, how many kills did Jakal get in that last game up close to Sinji? Two of them were up smashes, right? Two of them were... Yeah, he's getting these smash attacks up close and actually hitting Sinji in like the few spots where he's actually vulnerable, which is up close once you actually beat him through the obstacle course. And he's beating him through the obstacle course because now you see Jakal finally using his reflector a lot since the beginning of the grand final set. The adaptation is crazy on the part of this Wolf right now, man. He is earning this potential W.
Yeah, and one thing he's been doing a lot more.
Oh my lord!
Being patient. He knows exactly what Sinji's gonna do because he's already played that so many amount of games to the point where he knows. You know what? Wolf has one thing that most Pac-Man mains do not like, and that is a reflector that's just gonna evade. And take away a lot of options. But the cherry is gonna be enough to take the stock from Sinji right there. As he, I guess he utilizes jump. I did not notice when, but 50%.
Gonna say, I didn't notice him use his jump either. I thought he was totally good, but maybe he misinputted or something, or maybe he did use his jump. Maybe he used it literally right before the cherry hit him, and the animation of the double jump just didn't even really come out because of how fast he got hit. I don't really know. I mean, still Jakal's game to lose at this point, though. It's almost 100% differential between these players. Going for the down tilt. Back throw should not do it right here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a testament right now for Jakal. I mean, Sinji was very close to bringing it back, but the dash attack is gonna put Jakal on the board, and for the first time, has taken the lead in terms of, from the set.
Yeah, first time that we got this. First time he's done this in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, this is Jakal, ladies and gentlemen, and he will play 2 full sets, 3 full sets against a Pac-Man on the par of Sinji's if it means he's going to take this W right here, man. You gotta love the dedication of this guy, man. They don't call him Jersey's protagonist for no reason.
Yeah, man. I mean, Jakal's just such a solid player, and he's only been growing as a player ever since from the beginning of this game. So, you know, good stuff to him. Just it's only 1 game though. You got 2 more games to work around if you want to take the title of DNA Season 11 Week 7 champion. So let's see if Jakal's capable of doing it. I mean, with the way he's been playing, especially with the last 2 games, don't see why not. Oh my god. It's all being... The Galaxian is not doing favors right now for the Sinji at all.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you have a bat? Well, I have a gun.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, again, man, he is using lasers so much. Looks like he fired damn near, 20 of those things in, the first minute of this game alone. I don't blame him. Why interact with Pac-Man when you don't have to? But all I'm saying is that in the few instances where Jakal's been actually getting in on this Pac-Man, he's been getting in with some pretty beefy hits. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to his adaptation. He's actually, contesting with Pac-Man up close when he can and killing him with these smash attacks when he actually gets the guy up to kill percent, as well as just reflecting his projectiles back when he has to at this point. You know what I mean? He's just doing such a good job at creating those situations for the kill. That's what Jakal's doing now, and he wasn't doing it before. He was trying to just sort of keep Pac-Man in disadvantage like he likes to do with so many other characters, because that's how Jakal plays the game. He's a very big advantage monster. He knows how to play out of disadvantage, but he likes to keep you in the air as much as he can and read where you're gonna go and just create frame traps. He finally recognized that he can't really do that against this Pac-Man, and so he's instead creating situations to kill him up close. This adaptation is so beautiful on the part of Jakal, man. He's earning this W.
100%, man, and already 55% tacked on. Shows no signs of stopping. Sinji just really struggling to find his footing. I mean, the Bell, the Galaxian, none of those things have been coming in. And the call out once again from Jakal, utilizing Bell against Sinji right there, and now extending the lead 3-1. And once again, he just utilized Reflector to push the Bell away. So I'm no longer going to get touched by this Bell. If you want to use it, make sure you use it wisely, because if you're at kill percent, I will just chase you.
Such a smart player, man. Just honestly doing such a wonderful job at adapting and creating his win condition right there. I was going to say, before he was using Reflector just like that to sort of either get out of disadvantage or sort of pave the way for him to potentially get more damage, as that forward air gimp is going to take the stock. But now he's even using it for damn kill confirms. That he's able to use it to reflect the Bell back and get something off of that, because he knows the trajectory of which that's going to go. My god, Jakal out here, forcing Sinji to be the one to fight back from the depths of hell, but that is an overextension, my friend. Right off the level against the giant spike hitbox of the Wolf Flash. Hungry on his phone right now. What a wiener. I don't know why he's not watching this grand final set. It's crazy hype. As a fellow Wolf player, he should definitely be taking down some notes now from my good friend Jude Harris, who is 1 game away from getting this potential 3-0 bracket reset against one of the best Pac-Man players in the world after losing to him so many times in a row, Gabe.
Yeah. And Jakal said it best. He made a tweet about it. He had to figure out the Pac-Man matchup, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. As we get a new stage, but...
Wow, look at it. It's so bright.
We got a new stage, and I'm fine with the new stage, but what I'm not fine is, why would Sinji playing Pac-Man opt to go here?
Desperation, maybe. Maybe he feels like he's just been downloaded and he doesn't know what to do, but he already got 80% unanswered. 90. So, I mean...
It's just such a... I mean, for a Pac-Man to go here is just... very, very odd.
Bamboozleish? Speckledorfian, if you would.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Oh my gosh.
I mean, they're both yellow, so maybe he's just his inner SpongeBob is coming up.
Well, either way, I mean, Sinji does take full advantage of the stage. I mean, 117 racked up, but it seems like Jakal already has a response. And with a character like Wolf, if he gets in your face, or if you don't have the space to get the setups you want, well, guess what? Your stock could be taken as early as 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, my friends. 1 or just 1, 2. That works too. Sometimes the little 2-hit of the bell immobilizing you right there into the smash attack. That's a Pac-Man essential right there. If you're going to play this character, you need to know how and when to go for your bell confirms, as Sinji is going to be one to do right there, reflecting it back again. See, just what I'm talking about. He reflects it back, doesn't need to get a big combo off of it or anything. He's sort of using it as sort of like a get-off-me tool. Kind of like that Nair. You know, Jakal really likes to use, like, whatever options he can to get out of disadvantage for sure, and Wolf's got hitboxes that are not only big, but beat out so many options in this game. Another thing that's not going to work out against a character that forces you to play his neutral like Pac-Man as much, and now you see him essentially just doing the same thing with another move. More than anything else, just showcasing how amazing of a character Wolf is.
Right now, Jakal is just struggling to find his first kill on a stage like Smash Bros. I mean, it's kind of odd to see, but at 171%, this is not a percentage where you should be allowing Sinji to be living it out. But still, Sinji is finding a way as the reflector comes into play, but not going to get much, but the up tilt will be enough to bring this to a 2-stock game.
The fact that he can do that through the platforms is kind of huge. Because now you see him, he's going to plop his hydrant down at some place on the stage. It's so small, I don't know how much it'll even really matter. Probably even more, if I'm being honest. But the fact that the platform sort of becomes a no-fly zone, that in itself is going to make Sinji's landings all the more predictable. You know what I mean? Since he can't really get on that platform lest he get hit by an up tilt, especially at kill percent, that means he's essentially going to be forced to land on either one of the two sides of the platform, one of two sides of the main stage, I mean, or go for the ledge. So it's really going to be on Sinji to know when and where to plop these hydrants down. Otherwise, he's going to have a tremendously hard time coming down against a character like Jakal and on a player like Wolf.
Oh, the bell into the forward smash is going to be enough for Sinji to bring it back and now take advantage of the lead. But now Jakal responding back with a little bit of percentage being tacked on. Has Sinji in a bad predicament, but the fair into dash attack is going to tack on damage, and the Galaxian will be adding on even more in favor of Sinji.
Going at it right here. Alright. Rising in with the back air. Charlie Brown going to contest. Jakal fighting from behind. Haven't seen this in quite a few games at this point.
Well, nothing that a character like Wolf can't bounce back from. So definitely you're going to see the back throw being displayed right there. Pac-Man in a bad predicament back off stage, but not going to get punished at all for it. The orange going to come in clutch, almost even catching Jakal off stage as he was recovering.
Box of the cherry right there. Jakal needs this kill right now if he wants to immediately go home with this first place prize money, or if he's going to have to fight in a whole nother game to be able to get it. Good on Sinji holding that shield right there to avoid the dash attack.
The good thing about being up 2-0 is no jump. Yeah, he's dead.
Yep.
The good thing about being up 2-0 is that you get stage pick. So you know, Jakal has that advantage and that benefit of being up. He did lose the game, but he does get to choose what stage we are opting to go to next. And it looks like PS2 is banned. So he's just going to go to the next best thing. A resemblance of PS2, just a different scenery, and I think the blast zones are a lot farther. So small battlefield is going to be a stage we go to. So I don't know. I mean, you tell me. We're back in the same scenario where it's PS2, but not really. So how does this benefit Wolf?
Up tilt, I believe, will still go through those platforms. As far as benefiting Wolf, he's got a little more space on this stage to really throw out his pot shots safely. You know, like right here again. Can I get another pew? Oh, no, he's actually not going to do it that time. I could have sworn he was. But, you know, he's got like a little bit more space to really utilize that laser a lot more, which I got to say has been helping Jakal a lot throughout this set. Not just in terms of, like, you know, like safely tacking on damage to the hydrant, but in a sense of securing Jakal's place in the neutral as well. Couldn't do that on a stage like Smashville nearly as easily because of the giant platform in the center and the fact that the stage itself is a lot smaller than the small battlefield. So I think that's one way that it's going to help a lot. That and the platforms, I think, are going to assist Wolf's combo game on a stage like this. Definitely better than it would on a stage like Smashville. In Smashville, the platform is like dead in the center. It's, you know, big, but, you know, kind of awkward with the way that it works. It really forces like landings to function in such a specific way. You have to go either to the sides or to the ledge, especially if you're Pac-Man. So now on a stage like this, I feel like Wolf's combo game might be a little better, as well as he's got a little bit more space to just sort of keep just shooting out that win condition.
Yeah. And Jakal doing a really good job just not allowing Sinji to get any damage whatsoever, as the dash attack will not be enough, as side blast zones are a little bit farther away from each other. So 140%, you know, Sinji's living it out, but he's not doing anything about it in terms of offense at all. He's just pressured at the corner the whole time, not allowed to play the game. As I say that though, the Hydrant's going to tack on a little bit more damage. Let's go. Jakal just playing the patient game. I'm not approaching you. I have no need to.
Yeah, now he's got less. He's got more space to really work with when it comes to not approaching. Part of why Smashville was just such an interesting pick on the part of Sinji. Maybe he actually wanted a stage that would have helped him close that gap against Jakal a little bit more, since now Jakal seems to be the one playing a little bit more reserved, especially considering he's the one who's up a stock.
Nice catch right there with the F tilt to catch Sinji and take the first stock away from him. It was a good recovery. It seemed like he was going to be safe, but Jakal just timing it a frame perfect to catch him with a 2 frame. And now Sinji utilizing the bell, but the reflector coming in clutch right there for Jakal to avoid being punished.
Wow, did you see that? He actually shielded the first hit right there and parried the last little lingering hitbox of the Pac-Man F smash right there for him to be able to get that punish. Very good stuff right there. Forward smash going to do it, though? Yes, it will. Great equalizer right there. Only 40% differential between these two players right now. Now you see Sinji actually not only trying, but succeeding in closing the gap before. Now that he's the one who's actually getting up close, he's doing some pretty good damage, despite that seemingly being what was helping Jakal turn this set around just a few games ago. Now we have Sinji finally utilizing some different levels right here. Mayhaps the actual stage counter pick is the final nail in the coffin of Jakal that he really needed right here to be able to potentially bring this back, even though Jakal only needs one more game to win the tournament.
Yeah, this is do or die right now for Sinji though. So, you know, just doing everything he can to survive, looking really solid, only 63%, as he's continuously tacking on the damage. The bell is on deck right now for Sinji, and he does have it in play, but nothing comes out of it. Once again though, just restart your neutral, just reset it, and just continuously throw out the hydrant and pull out another item, but this time in hand. I love the weight from both these players, holding shield, not even letting go until somebody moves. And Jakal making the first move, not gonna get anything out of it.
Yeah, eating his jump right there is the orange. Now you see him fishing around Sinji, kind of just bouncing around all over him. Definitely playing way more aggro than he was in the prior games for sure, recognizing that slow game isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Saves the jump, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get hit by that orange off of the top right here. And it's looking like we might potentially be going to a last game situation, especially if Sinji keeps playing in the way that he's doing. It's so funny. Now he's being the aggressor.
Yeah, anything is possible though. Both these players are real solid with their respective characters, and right now 130% on Sinji. He is looking death right in the face if Jakal's able to get the punish, and he does with the up smash. We are down to an even game. This is tournament stock right now for Sinji if he doesn't take this stock from Jakal.
And it is, my friend, one more for Jakal to take this tournament. Sinji, with his potential final lease on life right here, he needs this one to secure a Game 10 situation for you all right here. Jakal not approaching at all. It's laser after laser after laser, just holding shield right there, and really good on Sinji recognizing that Jakal was going to jump out of shield right there. Recognizing the shield was getting a little low, he needed some option to get out of it, and definitely didn't want to drop shield immediately thinking Pac-Man was going to dash attack or something. He instead decided to elect to jump with the fares, get a bigger, beefier combo, I should say.
And I like the option right there with the down smash. Either he was going to catch the invincibility running out or just time that recovery from Sinji. Sinji barely escaping it, but now at 91%, the back air is not going to be enough as he didn't sweet spot it fully. But now 108%, this is potentially going to be the game that Jakal takes and the set win over Sinji.
Yeah, might be right here. He's got him by the ledge. Yeah, definitely an F-tilt situation, chasing for it, though. Fairly crazy to shield right there. Definitely the kind of situation that Sinji would be ready for. And Jakal finally gets his DNA over Sinji. Wow. Finally doing it right there. You got to hand it up for him. Not even taking that to a Game 10 situation. Game only number 9 instead. Technically, 1, 2, 3, technically 13 if we're counting winners finals. But, you know, they got to clap it up for him. That is Jakal taking first at DNA.
Yeah, good stuff to both these players. They really played their hearts out. But when it mattered the most, Jakal finally adapting, finally downloading Sinji when he needed to. All it took was well, he lost the first 4. So, yeah, 2. He took 2. He adds 2 to his name. So and he does it in grand finals, which is what matters the most. So really good stuff to Jakal. I mean, being able to compete with a player like Sinji, especially with a character when he plays a Pac-Man, that's enough. That speaks for itself. So, yeah, man, really happy to see Jakal finally pull through. He's finally got a DNA under his belt. I mean, first time since probably
since like offline locals have come back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's won one before in the few instances that he's gone. If he has gone, I'm pretty sure he has. But you know. Finally going to do one with the post-quarantine. That's exactly how Sinji felt like winning his first Xeno post-quarantine, because that's what he actually tweeted that recently. Since he took that earlier this week, he finally was able to do that, I believe, yesterday. So good on him for doing that. And shout-outs to R Hungry winning that clutch set against Brian Unknown in third place right there, representing Third Day Esports. So, yeah. Honestly, all around wonderful stuff to those players. That's a lot of Pac-Man we got to commentate tonight, as per usual. Grand finals, bracket resets. You know, it's really the true test of a commentator's endurance as well. They like get a bracket reset with a Pac-Man in it. Just letting you all know that right now. But I had a lot of fun regardless. I'm grateful for the opportunities that I get. We're done here. Chris, ad slides? Yay? Nay? No? Yay? Yeah? No? Yay? Yay! I like ad slides. They're fun. Platinum Star Weekly. You know it. Every single Wednesday, venue $8, single 7, starting at 6 p.m. EST, streamed on Rivers Channel, and brought to you the VODs on Master Hand Gaming, and produced by MHG down at Platinum Star Games in Howell, New Jersey. Don't want to miss this one, so register on smash.gg/Platinum Star Weekly. These are relatively small but stacked brackets. A little guy named Tweak enters these tournaments on the regular. Also Rivers, also Jakal, like you just saw before, as well as the likes of many others, such as WebJP, Malarson, all these other amazing players over at the Platinum Star Weekly. So check it out every Wednesday, twitch.tv/Rivers. Oh. The Gridiron.
Gridiron. Say it right. Guys, it's a gridiron.
Sorry. I totally didn't understand that pronunciation. We got a new one here at Helix Esports, the one in the new one, right? Believe in Foxborough, Maryland, Massachusetts. My mistake. Yeah, that's the other one with the E. 23 Patriot Place. I've heard about this place. I've seen pictures of it. It's so much bigger than ours. It's a lot nicer. I'm not gonna lie. Even RJ has been there and he's told us about it, so pretty good stuff on that. Apparently you have to play through the Gridiron to make it to the stadium, so check out the Gridiron every single Friday if you're over in that area, or if you just want to drive like 4 hours for a local. I don't care. I'm not you.
Yeah, but the action never stops there. If you want to come back to any tri-state locals, you can always go every Monday to Fusion, brought to you by the Collision Series, which it's one of the more stacked locals in Jersey specifically. So you get the likes of Jakal, you get Adamus going there from time to time. You get a lot of big names. Syrup goes there. So if you're a big fan of Syrup, I don't know who loves Nest, but probably know a few people that do. But yeah. Also, guys, we have the Xeno Weeklies every Wednesday. If you can't make it to a Jersey tournament, please pop out to New York if you're from around there, in 21 Ludlow Street, New York, House of 3,000 Streams. And yeah, a lot of great talent there too. That's where you get to see people like Zamba, Dill, Tilde goes Sinji, as we saw earlier today, and a lot of other great representatives of New York and Tri-State.
Yep, and if you're looking for something a little less on the esports side, you can check out mine and your mom's favorite podcast, The Double D Experience. New episodes every single Friday, actually at noon. I keep forgetting I gotta adjust this damn slide. Yeah, but The Double D Experience, it's a comedy banter podcast that I do with my buddy Dennis. The last episode, or the most recent one we have, featured Bandy Pat, the YouTuber, who's done some great work with Jason Paradise making Clone Hero charts, as well as silly, stupid memes, and has garnered quite an audience. Used to be my son, but we had a lot of fun, like, doing degenerate voices and, like, saying dumb things in Goofy's voice, and also Plankton and SpongeBob references, and all sorts of just fun little things that we hope can make you smile as much as us. So check out the new episode tomorrow. It's got a lot of stuff about Mike Tyson. It's weird. I do like a whole soliloquy about relationships. Trust me, just listen to it. You'll have a good time, I promise. And if you don't, you can fling garbage at me on Twitter and then actual garbage at me when you see me in the streets. It's all fine. We're done here. DNA.ext. Gabe, what do you got?
Not much, man. Just if you want to give a follow to the man behind the screen, please give a follow to Crystalodian or Master Hand Games on Twitter. If you want to follow me, it's right there. It's Gabe OG, not Gabe Og. Please do not say that when Tunis. I'm tired of you calling me that.
I've never said that once. What are you talking about?
I'm going to get the VOD. I'm literally going to get the VOD.
What are you talking about?
I'm getting the VOD.
Did I do that as a joke once? I legitimately don't remember.
Anyways, guys, if you also want to follow Nintunis, I don't know why you would, but if you do, there's his name right there, at Nintunis.
People like me more than you.
Probably do.
Yeah,
but
Nintunis.
Let me have my moment.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
we're done here.
That is a wrap for us here at DNA. It is not .exe. I don't know why that is still there.
Yeah, it's actually not .exe anymore.
Yeah, but forget that.
I didn't.
Let's forget the .exe, guys, because that era is over. We are back doing it where it matters the most, in the offline scene. It has been a pleasure being able to commentate for you guys. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your day.